Hello, my dear friends. Apologies for not posting sooner. It's been more than a year since I put anything up on my channel, more than 4 months since I updated GoFundMe, and a month since we closed Alamo Shoes. Your support made it possible for me to do the play. I was so physically and emotionally spent for most of the early performances, I wasn't sure I'd make it to the curtain call. After one Saturday matinee, I occupied the equity cot, stage managers monitoring me, wondering if one of them might have to go on with book in hand. Had there been an understudy, I would certainly have called in. On opening night, this tooth broke off during Act 1, Scene 2. We continued the scene as I took it out of my mouth and stashed it in my pocket. Every show after that, I was ready for something else to fail. I'm grateful nothing did. Even those of you who know me well are likely not aware that I battled depression, ADHD, OCD, and several other alphabeticals for most of my life. I've worked with 3 different therapists for a combined total of over 17 years, and they helped me tremendously, but I still spent a lot of time in either high anxiety or battling the Blue Devils. Now, people don't see it happening because I mask it so well. I started with my first therapist when I was doing Les Mis. I went through several periods of deep depression. Dan Judah, my therapist at the time, let me know that he could medicate me, but he thought I could fight my way through without Zoloft, dulling my senses. Subsequent therapists have said the same. Now, my health in all other respects is good. My singing voice is better than it was when I did Bernstein's Mass. And now, when I'm not rehearsing or in performance, my intentions are entirely taken up with the 100-year-old Gino D'Ambrosio. Now, I have the honor and privilege of being this gentleman's gentleman, his valet, as 'twere. Gino is my brother Bob's father-in-law. Bob's loving wife, Dr. Gina D'Ambrosio, calls Gino Dadu. Quite seriously, I would not be alive but for their kindness in taking me in. Old Gino was born on November 18, 1924. On D-Day, he landed behind enemy lines in a glider as a disruptor and rallied his troops from there to the Battle of the Bulge, where he was wounded and captured and spent the next 6 months in POW camps. Now, I'll tell you more about Gino in a later post. I now manage everything I need to do when I'm not attending Gino, early morning before he gets up or when a home care nurse comes by several days each week. In so many respects, it's like caring for a toddler. I'm continuing the GoFundMe campaign because I have some large expenses looming, my teeth, for example, and what comes in from my pension and Social Security only allows me to make minimum payments on the credit card debts I've built since my divorce in 2016. What I paid my attorney to see me through that divorce was the beginning of my financial indebtedness. Now, I urgently want to acknowledge those of you who have helped me so far. I want to hug and speak with each one of you. Until I can do that face to face, I hope you will accept my thanks here and continue your generous support. I would simplify things by giving you my address here in Michigan, but I'm sure you can understand that I don't want people showing up at random times. Neither Gino nor I could handle that. Any of you with my cell number, which hasn't changed since Les Mis, or an email address, or if we're friends on Facebook, text or write or message me and I'll pass that info on to you. Strangely, what I fear most is that my phone will start ringing off the hook and I won't be able to address each person who calls. I can't even seek employment out of the house until I know that Gino is covered. Your funding has allowed me to continue. And I am more determined than ever that I will make my way back. You have my deepest thanks. Sonny Doro.